The requirement of relocating abroad, if you have gone through that process, you know it's not a walk in the park. Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Wendo. If it's your first time of stopping, sorry, I was wearing my glasses and I just took it off. So if it's your first time of coming across my channel, please don't make it your last. Click on the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell so that you get notified whenever I post a video. If you're my returning subscriber, I don't take your visit for granted. I really appreciate each and every one of you that make the effort to watch my video and leave a comment. Yes guys, so I don't know I don't know how my face is, but I just have to make this video. I wanted to do this video yesterday, but I was down, but I have to make this video. Yes, so this video is I'm answering a question that was left on the first video I put up about getting my Swiss passport, and someone asked me there, what are the benefits of having a Swiss passport? So in this video, I'm going to be explaining the benefits. In this video, I'm going to be explaining the benefit of having a Swiss passport. Yeah, so if you don't know, this is May will make it my 14th year in Switzerland. And in this 14th year, I have lived in Switzerland. I have always had my Nigerian passport and my residence permit. This is my residence card, which you renew every 5 years, depending. Some people renew every year, but for me, my residence permit was renewed every 5 years. Yes, so... And on this passport, I've applied for UK visa maybe 5 or 6 times. And on this passport, I have one of the UK visa I applied in 2023. This is a UK visa I applied in 2023. And this is a UK visa I applied in 2022. Yeah, so and each of these visas, I know I was a 6-month visa that was granted multiple entry, but I ended up spending 2 weeks. With this one, I didn't even go because it was the heart of COVID. So I lost the money that I paid and all the documents I had to get a visa. With this other visa, I went on holiday for summer and I spent 2 weeks in the UK. And I remember these visas cost me nothing less than 150 or 200 pounds to get these visas. Yes, so that is it. But traveling within the European countries, I was able to travel with just my permit and my passport. So right now, I'm going to be telling you the benefit that comes with getting the Swiss passport. I am very excited. I am very grateful. I am very elated for getting this passport. It's not something, so this is the passport. It is not something I take for granted. This is valid for 10 years. It says Switzerland passport. So it is valid for 10 years and this passport is still important because I have family members in Nigeria. Nigeria is my home. I am born Nigeria. I bred in Nigeria and I grew up in Nigeria. So Nigeria will always be a home for me. So this passport can bring me to Nigeria. Why this passport can take me out of Nigeria. I cannot leave Nigeria with just this passport. I cannot go anywhere out of Nigeria. If I go to Nigeria, for me to come back to Switzerland, I have to show my residence permit. So this passport will bring me to Nigeria and this one will take me out of Nigeria. If I don't have this, for me to go to Nigeria with this one, I need to get a visa. So guys, I got a call and my video was interrupted. So I don't know where I stopped, but I'm going to continue. So the thing is, this passport takes me into Nigeria and this passport takes me out of Nigeria. If I don't have this passport, it doesn't mean I can't go to Nigeria. But if I have this passport, before I'll be able to come to Switzerland, I need a visa. So with this passport, I can actually go at the embassy. Most times they give you visa there. So you pay the visa fee, fill out the form, and you get a visa to travel to Nigeria. Yes, so I'm going to explain the benefit of having a Swiss visa. Or a Swiss passport, sorry. The benefit of having a Swiss passport. So first of all, let me start by the first time I was trying to come to Switzerland in 2009, I was rejected a visa. I was rejected a visa because they thought I wasn't going to be able to come back to Nigeria after I leave Switzerland, which is understandable because I was young. I was in a relationship that was still young. I barely knew the person at the time. So me coming to Switzerland, the possibility that I wasn't going to go back was high. And in 2017, I was rejected a British visa, even though I have lived in Switzerland for 7 years before I was applying for this visa. But I was rejected because there was a requirement that I did not provide. So with the international passport, it's not just an international passport. It's actually a key that opens a lot of gates, a lot of doors, and a lot of opportunities. With Swiss passports, I'm able to travel to over 150 to 200 countries visa free. Right now, if I want to go to the UK, I don't need to apply for visa. All I need to do is get my ticket and go to the UK. I don't need invitation letter. I don't need statement of accounts. I don't need accommodation of where I am staying. I don't need a lot of things. My host sending their passport or their permit for me to get a visa. With this passport, I am able to go to America. With this passport, I am able to go to Canada, visa-free, South Africa, a lot of African countries. But with my Nigerian passport, it doesn't mean that I couldn't go to these countries, but I had to go through the rigorous process of applying for a visa. So an international passport grants you global mobility. Mobility in the sense that you're able to travel to different countries visa free. What you do is once you arrive at the airport, passport, you hand over your international passport and you are allowed passage. But before, when I go with my Nigerian passport and at the airport I give my passport, they always ask me for my permit, which I always provide my permit to show that I have the opportunity to live in Switzerland. Yes, so another thing, if you have been through the UK or you happen to, like my children are British citizens, and then for the longest time I was the only one that only had a Nigerian passport, and most time when you go through the immigration system, they have a line for international passport holders and for other nationals. So most of the time, either I go and join the other national queue and my family would join the international queue because they had the British passport. So it was always embarrassing. Or when you're traveling, you have all these British passports with you, and I have my Nigerian passport. I had to always cover it. Like, it wasn't that I was ashamed of my Nigerian passport, but you know, there's a lot of things that comes with having an international passport. Let's be honest about it. And one of the things I have said here is global mobility. So exchange program is another benefit that comes with having an international passport. As a Swiss citizen right now, I can decide to go to America for 3 months without a visa. I'm allowed to stay in a country without getting, not the visa does not even if I want to go to America now to live in America, I need to get a job visa and stuff like that. But I can stay in America for 3 months without a visa while I try to figure out what I want to do. The same thing with an American citizen. If they want to come to Switzerland, they can come visa free for 3 months. If they decide now to stay in Switzerland, then they have to get a permit that permit them to live in Switzerland. So this is the same thing I have with my Swiss passport. So the other thing is, when I had my Nigerian passport, I couldn't travel to the UK, I couldn't travel to Canada, I couldn't travel to a lot of countries because I needed a visa, and that is what the international passport grants me access to all this country. Another thing is consulate services. We have already said that there are a lot of times when there have been war or disasters or problem in a particular country. Let's use the case of South Africa as an example. There was a time there was an issue that Africans and Nigerians were discriminated in South Africa. Americans will send their plane or their flight to pick up American citizens. American citizens could run to the consulate in South Africa to seek for refuge or help. As a Nigerian citizen, I remember the only person, it was someone, an individual that came out to provide a flight to pick up Nigerians from South Africa to Nigeria, back to Nigeria. But most international countries like Switzerland, like UK, like Italy, like France, like Germany, they send their plane into that country. United Nations grant them access to go into that country and pick up their local nationals of that country. Another example of it is health benefits of it. If I happen to say, okay, I want to retire back to Nigeria with my Swiss passport, I've lived in Switzerland for so long and I want to retire, I retire back to Nigeria, I can actually always come back to Switzerland if I want to do that. If I choose, okay, for health reason or for security reason, I want to return back to Switzerland, this passport brings me back to Switzerland as a national of the Swiss government. I am allowed to come back to Switzerland to reside in Switzerland for health reasons, for security reasons, and a lot of reasons. Professional and educational reason. Your international passport grants you professional opportunities. Let's be honest. Let's say, for instance, Switzerland company, they are employing people that meet a requirement, and I, as a Swiss citizen, I am contending with a position with a Nigerian citizen. We both have the same qualification, we both have the same everything that they want, but they will first of all give me, that is a Swiss citizen or an international citizen, that position before they consider a Nigerian citizen. So this is one of the things that international passport does for you. So my passport serves as a proof of citizenship for me. If I happen to have a problem in a country when I travel, this passport opens opportunities for me. I can walk into the consulate and ask for security. I can ask for, oh, something happened, my passport was stolen. I can always go by to a consulate and pick up a new passport. So these are some of the benefits of having an international passport. Whether we like it or not, a lot of people have been able to travel out of Nigeria, especially in the past 2-3 years. A lot of people have relocated, and the cost and the requirement of relocating abroad, if you have gone through that process, you know it's not a work. But somebody like me, now that I have an international passport, I can decide to relocate to any country for 3 months and stay there and try to understand, can I survive here? Can I get a job here? Can I do all these things here? And I get a lot of, it's easy. It's easy. International passport makes life easy for you and I. So I just hope with this little video you're able to understand that the benefits of why I was excited, why I was elated, why I was so joyful at the news of becoming a Swiss citizen. And it's not an opportunity I take for granted, and it's not an opportunity I just like, well, whatever. A lot of people will say whatever, but it's a lie. Let's be honest about it. When I was here as a citizen of Nigeria, I have to try my possible best, which is maybe the next video. I am going to talk about the requirements and how long it takes to get a Swiss passport, and the requirements that it takes to get a Swiss passport. While I had this passport, I was careful not to get in debt into problem. I was careful not to get a police case. I was careful not to make enemies. I was careful not to do a lot of things, because any dent that goes on my name affects it when I am coming to get a Swiss passport. So these are some of the benefits of getting a Swiss passport. So thank you so much. Till I come to your screen again, my name is Wendo, and bye.